What's going on, Bengals Nation? If you love this team as much as I do, you need to hear this right now. I've got exclusive intel on 3 edge rushers in the 2026 draft who could completely reshape our defensive front. We're talking about players who are going to terrorize opponents for the next 5 years. Don't go anywhere. Stick around until the end because this news is incredible. And let's grow this channel. Subscribe right now and drop that like because content at this level you'll only find right here. Retry. Look, I'm not here to sugarcoat it. With Trey Hendrickson's long-term future uncertain and this roster heading toward an inevitable defensive front reshaping, the front office has some critical decisions ahead. And when you're competing in a division with Lamar Jackson scrambling around, the Browns likely developing a new rookie quarterback, and Pittsburgh potentially entering another youth movement, you need disruptors, guys who can collapse the pocket, win one-on-one, and deliver in crucial fourth-quarter moments. Today, I'm breaking down 3 edge prospects, one for each day of the draft, who fit exactly what we need. These aren't just names. These are calculated investments that address both our immediate needs and our long-term vision. Let's start at the top. Day 1. Cashius Howell out of Texas A&M. Hear what you need to know. Howell is one of the most explosive pass rushers in this entire class. We drafted Shamar Stewart to bring size, power, and versatility, and Stewart developing nicely. But Howell, he brings something different. Pure twitch. Elite first step acceleration. The kind of speed to power conversion that offensive tackles lose sleep over. This season alone, he's racked up 12 sacks in the SEC, consistently generating pressure with bend, explosiveness, and relentless pursuit. When I watch his tape, I see a player who translates immediately to Sundays. No projection needed. He wins in isolation, forces quarterbacks off their spot, and creates havoc when the game's on the line. For a Bengals defense that needs to contain Jackson, pressure rookie quarterbacks early, and tilt games late, Howell is plug-and-play. Pair him opposite Stewart, and suddenly you've got a young, dynamic edge tandem that can anchor this front for the next half-decade. If Cincinnati picking in the first round and Howell's available, this is the kind of move that changes the trajectory of your defense. If you enjoyed this video, join the Bengals family by hitting that subscribe button. Let's reach 400 subscribers and keep the Who Day spirit alive and roaring. Now let's talk Day 2. Joshua Josephs from Tennessee. Josephs is entering his 4th year as a key contributor in Knoxville. But here's the thing, he still feels like a player just scratching the surface. His arm length is legitimately elite. It's a weapon. He wins first contact, extends through blockers, and controls engagements with ease. Technically, there's room to grow. His hand sequencing, rush plan consistency, and counter moves are still developing. But the flashes are real, and the traits are there: long, explosive, powerful, and trending upward. This is the blueprint of a high-ceiling developmental edge who can start by year 2 or year 3. Late second, early third round, that's where value meets opportunity. Josephs is the type of investment that pays dividends down the line, a player you mold, develop, and watch turn into a legitimate starter. For a front office that's proven it can develop talent, this is exactly the kind of pick that builds sustainable success. Finally, Day 3. Trey Moore out of Texas. Moore, a name scouts have been tracking since his UTSA days, and for good reason. At 6'3", 253 pounds, he brings production, experience, and athleticism. The kind of versatility and burst you want in a rotational rusher who can contribute immediately. Here's the projection. Moore plays 25 to 35% of snaps early, delivers 4 to 5 sacks in his first year or two, and grows into a trusted rotational presence. That's valuable. In the middle rounds, you're looking for contributors, guys who can step in, execute their role, and give you quality depth. Moore checks every box. And in a division this physical, where depth along the defensive front can be the difference between January football and an early offseason, finding a contributor on Day 3 is critical. So here's my take. Of these 3 prospects, Cashius Howell is the move that changes everything. He's the Day 1 talent with the explosiveness, production, and polish to step in and impact this defense immediately. In a draft where edge talent is premium and our long-term future at the position is uncertain, Howell represents both a solution and an investment. But here's what I want to know from you. Which of these 3 prospects do you think fits best with what Lou Anarumo trying to build? Are you all in on Howell at the top of the draft? Do you see Josephs as the high-ceiling developmental guy who breaks out in year 2? Or do you love the value and production Moore brings on Day 3? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you're serious about staying ahead on Bengals news, exclusive draft breakdowns, and insider analysis you won't find anywhere else, hit that subscribe button and turn on notification. This is the kind of intel that keeps you plugged in all off-season long. I'm John. This is Bengals Today, and we'll see you in the next one.